Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Monday, June the 24th. I do want to inform you guys, for those of you that missed my video on Saturday, I think I said it on my Friday video as well. I am going to be gone this whole week on vacation, so I did get this video up. We're leaving Monday morning, so I was able to record this video Sunday night and get it up for Monday's slate. But after Monday's slate, I won't have any videos up until next Monday, July the 1st. That's when we come back. I will have a video up for then, or for that slate next Monday, but no videos rest of the week after today. We do want to go through this 7-game Monday slate, though, talk about pitching, talk about where I want to go on this 7-gamer. We'll look at Yahoo and DraftKings. We'll talk about some stacks that I like, and then towards the end of the video, we'll look at some BVP plays as well. Just before we do get started, guys, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so that way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. So starting off at the top, Lucas Giolito is our most expensive pitcher on DraftKings. He's $11,900. He's in a really tough spot facing the Red Sox in Fenway. On Yahoo, Clayton Kershaw is the most expensive pitcher at $51. Giolito is at $47. So just talking about Giolito here, I don't really have a ton of interest in him. He's a good pitcher, but this is just such a tough spot for him, having to face the Red Sox. They have a 5.4 implied run total, just a really good lineup, not a lot of strikeouts either. And some of these Red Sox hitters did get priced down a bit for this matchup. DraftKings and Yahoo kind of adjusted their pricing, which actually makes me have some interest in them, especially guys like Mookie and JD, the guys that have power. I think it was last slate, Giolito pitched against the Cubs. I actually had a pretty good day that day because I rostered a couple of Cubs hitters because they were so cheap. I think Contreras had a double dong. Baez hit a home run as well. Those were two guys I rostered because they were so cheap. I don't mind taking a couple hitters off of Giolito. I'm not going to be full stacking against him, but like a 2-man stack with like Mookie and JD, or a 3-man stack with Mookie, JD, Benintendi is definitely something you can do. Don't have much interest in Giolito today. Clayton Kershaw I do like a lot here. $10,400 on DraftKings, and on Yahoo at $51 as the most expensive pitcher. He is definitely my top option today. Just because if you look at the pitching player pool today, there's not a lot of great pitchers in great spots. Like Greinke's in a tough spot against the Dodgers. John Gray I do like a lot against the Giants, but he's closely priced to Kershaw on DraftKings at least, to where I would just rather play Kershaw. On Yahoo, I think it makes a bit of sense to go down to Gray, save $9 and play John Gray, but I still would try and find the $9 to get up to Kershaw here. So although Kershaw hasn't shown a lot of upside this year, and this isn't a guy that I've rostered much this year, on a shorter slate with only 7 games and with limited pitching options, I think he is the top option today. He can still pitch really deep into games. He's still going to be very efficient with his pitch count, although he's not going to go out there and get double-digit strikeouts every time he steps on the mound. You can still get 6-7 innings of 7-8 Ks out of Kershaw, pick up a win. He could easily go for 25-30 DraftKings points and be the highest scoring pitcher on the slate. So I like him quite a bit. I don't think it's a must to pay up for Kershaw today. Like, if you want to go with, like, maybe on Yahoo you could do like Gray and CC Sabathia, or Gray Pluto, Gray Pomerantz, who we're going to talk about. That definitely makes sense because there are a lot of expensive bats you want to get in today. The Yankees are in a great spot versus Aaron Sanchez. All their hitters are pretty expensive, so in order to get the Yankees, you're probably going to have to go away from Kershaw. I doubt you'll be able to play him. The Indians are in a really good spot, and they have some expensive hitters as well that you want to get in your lineups. So I don't think you have to pay up for Kershaw, but if you're just playing one lineup, I don't think I'd avoid Kershaw. I'd probably try and get him in there, like if you're playing single entry or cash games. Kershaw would definitely be a guy that I would start with. I do like John Gray for $600 less, but Kershaw is just, if he was cheaper, I guess I would play more Gray. I would have a lot more interest in Gray. Like if Gray was like Erod's price, if Gray was $8,700, I would probably be playing Gray over Kershaw. But since they're so closely priced, I do prefer Kershaw slightly. But once you get past Gray and Kershaw, there's not a lot that I love. I think once you get past those two guys, you're probably just going to be looking to the value, or for the value tier, like 7K and below. A couple of guys I want to hit on. CC Sabathia at home against the Blue Jays, I think is definitely in play on this slate, just because the options are pretty limited. Not a lot of guys you feel good about, not a lot of guys you really just feel comfortable with. Like Tehran and Lester are both going to be pitching in a Wrigley wind game. It looks like it's going to be 72 degrees with 62% humidity and winds blowing out to center, 15 miles per hour. We know how much wind has an impact on that stadium. So Tehran and Lester are probably going to be two guys that are off my board today. Probably going to be actually a game I'm looking to stack hitters with, like lefties versus Tehran, some righties versus Lester. I think makes a lot of sense. So I don't feel like I'm going to be going to them. Sabathia I like, though, against the Blue Jays. Pretty easy matchup. Blue Jays just aren't that good of a lineup. There are definitely strikeouts in this lineup as well. And just a 4.1 implied run total for the Blue Jays. So I think Sabathia makes some sense. Kind of the same thing can go for Adam Pluto. Pretty easy matchup facing the Royals at home. Royals have a 4.5 implied run total, which is a bit higher than I would like. But still, it's such an easy matchup for Pluto. Just not a good lineup. You just look at the hitters in this lineup. Once you get past like Whit Merrifield and Alex Gordon, maybe Soler, there's a lot of strikeouts, just a lot of easy outs once you get like the 6 through 9. Really good spot for Pluto. So I think he makes some sense as well. But I do like going all the way down to Drew Pomerantz at 6,300. Pomerantz, I think, is definitely playable here, pitching at home in San Fran against the Rockies. He's the minimum on Yahoo, so I do like going to him as an SP2 to pair with Kershaw. So Pomerantz is not a guy that I roster much, but when I do play him, it's usually when he's pitching at home in San Francisco in Oracle Park. Oracle Park, where the Giants play, is the most pitcher-friendly park in baseball. Just such a big ballpark. It's so hard to hit home runs there. Just you don't really see runs scored in that ballpark. As you can see by the run total in this game, just a 4.3 total for the Rockies, 3.8 for the Giants. Both pitchers in this game, I think, make a ton of sense. Pomerantz is a guy that has a little bit of upside. He can get 5-6 strikeouts in this matchup. The Rockies do struggle outside of Coors Field. There are some strikeouts in their lineup as well. Like we saw against the Dodgers, he was able to get 7 strikeouts in that spot. Against the Brewers, 5 Ks against them. Pomerantz has definitely struggled on the road, but when he's been at home, he's pitched pretty well. Just look at the home and road splits. Averaged 12 DraftKings points at home this year, just 4 DK points on the road. If you're ever going to play Pomerantz, you do want to play him when he's at home. So I like going to him as a cheaper SP2. To pair with Kershaw, gives you salary to fit in those Yankees bats that you want, to fit in those Indians hitters that you're probably going to want to go to. Also, if you want to get some of those Red Sox hitters in there as well, Pomerantz is going to allow you to do that. So I'm going to be going to Kershaw and Pomerantz mostly across all my lineups, but I'll be mixing in some guys like Pluto, Sabathia, John Gray. I'll be mixing those guys in as well across all my lineups. But let's go ahead and talk about some hitters now. I want to start off at shortstop. I obviously love the Yankees here versus Aaron Sanchez. Hard to not like them. Didi Gregorius, although he's batting towards the bottom of the order now, I still think he's a really good play. He's just 3,700 on DraftKings. He's one of the cheaper Yankees hitters available today. On Yahoo, he's at $12. Also a really good value. So now that the Yankees have like their stacked lineup, they have Judge and Stanton back, they have Encarnacion. We've seen guys like Didi, Gleyber Torres get sort of lineup downgrades, I guess you could say. They're batting at the bottom of the order now. The projected lineup, they have Didi batting 8th, which obviously is not appealing, but he's such a good hitter, especially versus righties in Yankee Stadium. A great ballpark for lefties. 6.5 total for the Yankees. I'm pretty much just going to be stacking up this lineup every way possible. I'm going to have exposure to every hitter in this lineup. 1 through 9, there's just good hitters across the whole lineup, 1 through 9. Really no easy outs for Aaron Sanchez here. I think he's really going to struggle, just such a tough spot for him. Want to get as much exposure to the Yankees as I can. Didi Gregorius does allow you to do that with his cheap price of $3,700. Definitely going to be a guy that I go to quite a bit. Also, Giancarlo Stanton, his price tag stands out a bit. He's only $4,500 on DraftKings. On Yahoo, he's $19. I really like him over there as well. So we'll look at the Yahoo pricing real quick. If you just look at all the hitters across the lineup, Stanton is under $20, Hicks is under $20, Gregorius is under $20, and then everyone else is over $20. So the cheaper guys you want to roster from the Yankees are probably Stanton, Hicks, and Gregorius. If you are trying to find some value in that lineup, those are the 3 guys you probably would look to. But I really do like Stanton. He feels underpriced. He should definitely be one of the more expensive Yankees hitters. We know how good of a hitter Giancarlo Stanton is, how much power he has. Aaron Sanchez is giving up a lot of home runs this year. So I love Stanton at just $4,500. He should definitely be like $5K and above. I'm not sure why he's this cheap, especially since the Yankees are in such a good spot. Going to have a ton of exposure to Stanton today. I expect him to be like one of my highest owned hitters when you factor in his price tag compared to all the other Yankees hitters. Then I did mention those Red Sox hitters. Mookie's seeing a little bit of a price downgrade for this matchup with Giolito. He's $4,500 on DraftKings. On Yahoo, he's $19. He's the same price as Giancarlo Stanton. So although I'm not going to be full stacking the Red Sox today, I do like taking a couple mini stacks, a couple 2-man, 3-mans against Giolito. So like a Mookie JD stack or Mookie Benintendi JD stack, I think makes a lot of sense. Just because these guys are such good hitters. I know Giolito's a really good pitcher, and he's not a guy that I want a full stack against. He can give up home runs. We saw it in that start against the Cubs. Mookie, just the dude's such a good hitter. I'll pretty much roster Mookie against any pitcher. Doesn't really matter who it is. Mookie's just got so much power. He's got speed. Just a great hitter overall. Just look at the game log lately, 25, 17, 10, 15 DraftKings points. Even when he gets, if he's just getting walked, he can get you there with the stolen bases. I think he stole 9 bases this year. So if Mookie gets on, he will run. And I'm pretty sure Giolito struggles with holding runners. He does allow stolen bases. So really good spot for Mookie. He's probably going to be somewhat low owned because it is a tough matchup with Giolito. But I do like going to Mookie quite a bit here as a one-off. So these are my 5 plays today for DraftKings and Yahoo. Let's talk about some stacks now, then we'll look at BVP before we end the video. So my 2 favorite stacks today are definitely the Yankees and the Indians. Those are the 2 teams I expect to be full stacking the most. I will be throwing in some Red Sox hitters in there, specifically the top 3 or 4 guys like Mookie, JD, Benintendi, Devers, maybe Bogarts, maybe Michael Chavez if he's batting 6, especially on Yahoo where he's only $9. He's a guy that you could look to, but if you're going to roster hitters against Giolito, you do want it to be guys that at least are good at baseball. So I don't know if I'll be going to the bottom of the lineup, but Mookie and the top guys I do like quite a bit versus Giolito. Depending on what the totals look like in this Braves-Cubs game, I think we can definitely roster hitters in this game. It looks like it is going to be a Wrigley wind game with 16-mile-per-hour wind blowing out to center. So Schwarber, Rizzo, Baez at only $13 on Yahoo I like a lot. Contreras, I think you can definitely stack the Cubs here versus Tehran. And I do like to stack against Lester. I don't think he's really that good. So Acuna, Swanson, Freeman, Donaldson, Markakis, I like Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley. I'll be full stacking this game a lot, especially if this is what the wind conditions are going to be. Blowing out to center. Always want to stack Wrigley wind games. But other than that, I think that is it for stacks today, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about some BVP now before we end the video. So Didi Gregorius, he's got some BVP versus Aaron Sanchez. He's gone 5 for 13. Rhys Hoskins, 2 for 13. Only 2 for 13, but both of those 2 hits were home runs off of Steven Matz. Randall Grichuk, 3 for 11. 2 home runs off CC Sabathia. Matt Joyce, he probably wouldn't even be in the lineup, but 5 for 15. 2 home runs off John Lester. Freddie Freeman, 6 for 22. 2 home runs off John Lester. Cody Bellinger, 9 for 22. 2 home runs off Greinke. Justin Turner, 10 for 30 with 2 home runs, and Jock Peterson, 8 for 25 with 2 home runs off Greinke. And then lastly, down here at the bottom, Brandon Belt gone 4 for 14 with a home run off of John Gray. So those are just a couple BVP plays for today, guys. I think that is it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully it did help you. If you enjoyed, make sure you click that like button down below, and make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Hopefully you guys do good rest of week. I will be back on Monday, the July 1st. Monday, July 1st is when I come back from vacation. So hope you win some money, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Good luck tonight. Peace.